Welcome to the second half of the season. Welcome everyone and hello there. We're here in Hungary at Magyarod in the Hungaroring, a few kilometers outside of Budapest, and we arrived here for the Hungarian Grand Prix. I'm your lead commentator, Robert Yon, as always. And once again, in qualifying, I'm joined by Rahul Patel, but tomorrow I will be joined by someone else. If you have an idea who that is, please keep quiet because we don't want to spoil the surprise. But today, it's Rahul's turn, so hello, Rahul.
Hint, it's Hungarian. So, hello.
Well, yes, hello, Rahul. We've arrived here in Hungary after what was a pretty damn entertaining German Grand Prix where Thomas Anderson fought back hard against today's hometown hero, Benz Waldinger, to take an amazing victory. I'm sure Waldinger will want to respond by winning in front of his home fans, but there's a long way to go until then because first, it's time for the qualifying session. So, what do you think of last race, Rach?
Yeah, it was a good race as well. Amazing for Anderson that he won this race after um brilliant overtake on Benz Waldinger as well. So
Yeah, indeed. And not just him, also on Gabriel Quintino, who was a lap down.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was a freeway. It was a freeway fight between two leaders and a backmarker. I should say four-way fight, two leaders and two backmarkers. It was pretty entertaining because Marko Kalevich was involved in it as well. But yeah, we're gonna set all that aside because we're right here at the Hungaroring. Without further ado, let's check the weather for this session. It's going to be dry, no real surprises there. It's going to be a dry session, and it should be an entertaining one here in Hungary. We've got 14 corners, or 15, depending on who you ask. But we've arrived here, and it should be pretty entertaining. What do you think, Ra?
Yeah, it will be entertaining qualifying. Let's see who could get pole position.
I think there are many potential candidates. It's too early to rule anybody out. I'll just have to wait and see. The session is underway, has been for like 15 seconds now, and we're looking at Cal Burns in his garage in the Ardennes. Last year here, it was victory for Davi Suarez, and I believe his last victory. After starting further back, he got a jump on Chris Chatfield early on in the race with a strategy. And despite a 5-second penalty, which I believe he got, he was still able to hold on for the win. And eventually he won the Drivers' Championship season as well. Now we look at Thomas Bennett, who's gone out on track.
Yeah. First man out on track is Thomas Bennett.
Jake Galloway's gone out after him. Last year in Hungary, we already spoke about the race, but about qualifying, it was an interesting affair as well because Aaron Curtis took his second pole of his career back then. Unfortunately for him, the race didn't go according to plan because he got taken out in a lap 1 crash with, I think it must have been Thomas Anderson or something like that. Anyway, or Henry Watson was it? I'm not even sure at this point. Anyway, yeah, Curtis had bad luck after that pole position in Hungary last season. He'll be hoping to do better this time around. Now we look at Thomas Bennett. The Welshman in the Trident is out on track as are a whole lot of other people. In this circuit, it's corner after corner after corner. They all call it Monaco without the barriers for no reason. It's a high downforce track, only one real straight on it, so pretty much the one biggest opportunity for overtaking, and one of the only ones I have to say. It's still a great track to go racing on, and Thomas Bennett will prove why it's a great track to drive by starting his flag lap very shortly. So he'll go for the log right of turn 14. And here he goes. Bennett has started his lap onto this straight, which used to be shorter. I believe in 2003 they made it a little bit longer and changed the 180-degree right-hander to this hairpin that we have now, which Bennett has exited quite well. Went very close to the edge of the track there on the wide line, almost for a wheel on the curb. And now he carries as much speed as he can into 2, going very close to that apex, hitting it nicely, going very clear to the inside curb. To launch himself for a good exit to a flat 3. And on the hill afterwards, a blind apex of turn 4. 41.3 for Bennett in the first sector there. As you now drive it to 5, don't hit that inside curb. It is a very dangerous one. It's an all-spin curb essentially. As you now approach the chicane of 6 and 7, make sure you don't cut in the second part. It may look enticing, but you shouldn't cut it. As it goes into 8 through the left and now through the right of 9, opens up and carries some more speed into this section, into 10. keep going flat through here, as we're not going to turn 11, probably the most important corner of this sector. Carry all the speed you can in on exit. Get a good run towards turn 12 here. 101.9 for Thomas Bennett. As now he'll approach turn 13. 180 degree right, left-hander. And off camber, you need to be careful with this tricky corner because it can surprise you if you take it wrong. Now that Bennett has to do the same thing, but the other way around. It's 180 degree right-hander. Turn 14. If Bennett has exited, you need a perfect line to maximize your exit here. And Bennett will finish his lap with 126.792. Jagali will be next to cross the line. Can he beat him? No, he can't. He's 2 tenths down. What about Germany race winner Thomas Anderson? Looks like it's not going to be provisional pole for him. What about Curtis? Took pole here last year. Well, he's down in 4th. Graf is on provisional pole yet again. That'll be 2 in a row if he holds on. As Killian has gone 3rd. Quintino is next to cross the line. It looks like he's going 7th fastest, and that's slowest at the moment. The former championship leader who lost his position, Dudu Kurbi, and down to 2nd in the championship, up to 1st in this session, as Isaac Fasher is finishing a lap, impeding Griffiths, but Griffiths still goes quicker than Kurbi, as Tomaselli goes P5. Watson will be next, and Watson will be going 8th. Kalevich, this could be provisional pole, it is by a big margin, 5 tenths there, amazing. And I have McCarthy impeding Rahul Patel.
Patel only 5th.
Yeah, Adventure goes 3rd, good effort there for him. Joel Warson is up next. And Joel Warson, he didn't do quite well. Pashko went to 2nd, so good effort there. Burns 13th only. Now Wallinger is holding up Ruslan Protsuk behind him as Protsuk goes 2nd. Wallinger didn't do so well because Zorbag last one to do a lap in this run. He's gone P9. So an interesting first run. You have to say. Kalevich, the surprise here. Protsuk also had a very solid lap, even though he got held up. So maybe Protsuk has some more pace in the bag. As now we'll be looking at Gabriel Quintino. Did something happen to him? It looks like he had a very slow first sector. Yeah, look at that. 6 tenths down. And it's the shortest sector of this track as well. How can you lose so much time for there?
It's just slow.
Yeah, I guess.
And also,
all the way off the pace, I must say. 2.5 seconds down. And he'll be desperate for an improvement. As Jake Galloway is coming into the pit lane. Is in 13th. You could say it's unlucky. And it would be, but it's not the end of the world. The session still got a long way to go. 25 minutes, actually, just under now. Quintino will be coming in. We'll be expecting him in any second now. And I wonder how Jamie Griffiths would feel, because even though his lap was solid, got himself in front of Kurbi, you can't ignore that he was impeded. Held up a little bit.
Yeah, also more drivers also got impeded. Let's see what they can do in clean air. We will see. Will they improve or not? We will find out.
Yeah, well, they should to find the extra grip, the extra space. I can't tell for sure. These conditions, I'm not talking about the weather, but rather the track conditions are tricky. It's one of the shortest tracks on the calendar, so you're not going to have much space. I can tell you that much. You need to be very careful where you come out to avoid the dirty air, as there's a little bit of a jam here. That's one of the Out Grand Prix holding up Patel, but Patel has resumed, gone up back to pit lane speed, as now coming into his garage. His P8 at the moment, so I think while he'll be hoping to do better, he's not going to be too dissatisfied with that, as now it appears he's holding up some people, including Daniel Adventure, who's now being coming into his garage. Burns is now waiting for him, for his mechanics, I should say. And Kyle Burns actually went through his wheel there, and I think Burns missed his mark a little bit. Protsuk has come into the pits, as has the Betzvaldiger, the Preva. Zorbak at P9. He'll be wheeled back into his garage shortly. And we have Anderson going out. 17th at the moment, the man who won 2 of the last 3 races. Won't be too happy with that. He needs to find some more speed on his laps, but there's plenty of time left. I'm sure he can find some speed, but will it be enough to put him up towards the front again? I can't tell you, I'm afraid. Jake Galloway is also out on track. As is Max Dillon. In the championship, meanwhile, obviously Jamie Griffith has taken the lead after beating Dodo Corby in Germany by 3 places, and that translates into 6 points. Thomas Anderson has jumped all the way up into 3rd, and that's impressive considering before his win in Austria, Anderson hadn't scored a single point. Now he won 2 out of 3 races, and in that other race he finished 3rd. And those results propelled him all the way up third in the championship. Rahul Patel dropped out to fourth at 53 points. Another race marred by a mechanical problem from the Brit, I'm afraid. With Aaron Curtis making the move up into P5, he's overtaken Max Skillen. Wallinger also made some big moves to go up into 7th. But enough about that, as Pascual is in 8th, Zorbach 9th, and Tomaselli 10th. I've told you top 10 in the championship, but up next, it's time for Rahul to tell you about Anderson's lap, which he's about to start.
Yep, he's going around the final corner now, and he will cross the line to start his lap. Let's see if he will get traffic as he starts his lap now. As there is a car coming out the pits, must be Jamie Griffiths. Could get held up as well. He goes into turn 1, but will it be useful for him? We will see, but I don't think it will. So he's gone into turn 1, now into turn 2. Looking easy. Now into turn 3, usually a flat corner. And now let's see what he can do in the first sector. He's down. Yeah, you can see he has been held up at within that. So yeah, unfortunately he may not improve. He is 4 times known as personal best.
Oh,
Now
was
he's
I on
going
mute the
into
whole
the
time?
chicane. But
I guess it
yeah.
must have been for a lap, yeah. I was saying Anderson, yeah, got the impede in the high-speed sector 1, so if he lost that much time there, you can only imagine how much he's going to lose through here.
Yeah. See what he can do in the middle sector. Not
Meanwhile,
like
everyone other than Ruslan Procuk is out on track. So the rest is the
Yeah.
only one still in the pits.
Yes, indeed. See what can everyone do in the second run. Well, Anderson is not likely to improve. He will stay 17th, but
And
it
it appears
would.
Griffiths is pulling away from him, so the Welshman, he won't have a ruined lap. And Anderson's lap, you
Yeah.
can't say the same for him. A second down on his personal best, staying 17th where he is. Gigallo is
Yeah.
next to cross the line. Doesn't appear like he'll be improving, but let's see, and he won't.
Yep, Max Skillen in 12th. He looks like he's improving. He
Up
goes
to fourth
4th.
place he goes. Good effort there. As we now look at Dudu Kurbi, another former championship leader just like Skillen. He improves
Goes
but stays in 7th
7th.
fastest.
Yep.
Anchor is up next and he's holding up Bennett.
Neither of them improved.
Nope. Zorbach is impeding the original poster Kalevich up next. It doesn't look like Kalevich will get the improvement either way. Kalevich will cross the
Yeah.
line and nothing is gonna happen. Look how far down he is. 2.2 seconds down. 2.221. If he was only 1,000 slower, that would have been funny.
Tomaselli
Tomaselli did
improved.
10. Patel didn't. And it
Yep.
looks like Adventure won't be improving either. But you never know for sure because he could yet have gained in Sector 3. We'll see as he crosses the line and he hasn't gained.
Yep, he hasn't improved. Watterson now goes 9th. Quintino.
This is an improvement, surely.
Yep,
Only 19th
19th.
though. Watson
Watson
goes
goes
into the
5th.
5th place. As now Dennis Graf, he didn't improve. Chuck McCarthy could be on an improvement right here. 15th only for him. Isaac Factory next to cross the line, 16th. So it's still behind McCarthy. Now Tomasz Pascual will be finishing a lap. Maybe holding up Zorbach there. Or is that Griffiths?
No,
It's
that's
Griffiths
Griffiths.
who's improved to P6 despite the little holdup he had. Well, then again, he had a holdup on the first lap as well, so you know.
Yeah.
Either way, Griffiths, I think he didn't improve on position, only on his lap time. Benz Wallinger will be crossing the line. And are my eyes deceiving me or something, or is that his own teammate Aaron Curtis behind him? Correct me if I'm wrong.
Not sure at the moment. He is improving in the middle sector. See what he can do in the final sector.
Yeah, he's got just one corner to negotiate, and now he's done it. So we'll see if Wallinger's efforts will reward him with a better position. Well, it's only P18. That was Burns, not Curtis. My apologies. But neither him nor Zorbach improved. Actually,
Yeah.
no, Burns did improve to go up into 15, but Zorbach didn't improve.
Yeah.
I don't think there is anyone else on the lap, so looks like this run is got it done. Kalevich still fastest, well, no real changes top 3, but a little bit behind them, things have livened up a bit. Max Skillen going all the way up into 4th, out of Henry Watson by half a 10th.
Yep, indeed.
Phone call, sorry.
Someone's going to go into the pits. Griffiths and Pashko. We are waiting for Zorbag and two other cars to get on track. Actually, Zorbag was improving so much, but unfortunately, he's gonna pit. So yeah.
Alright, sorry about that. I had a phone call from my but I'm back. And we didn't really miss anything much. Apart from Protsu going out on track for his second run, as you just said at home. Anderson is also out. And please confirm you can hear me this time, yeah?
Yeah. From both of Thomas Anderson. He's had some good form in the last 3 races.
Yeah, but that good form could come to an end if he doesn't improve on his lap time. And look at this, isn't it funny? Look who's just in front of him in P19.
Yep, Ben's Waldinger.
Yeah, the man who he had the tooth and nail fight for P1 last time out in Germany. If it stays like this, these guys could have a tooth and nail fight. Although not for the lead of the race, as Naruto Protsu will start his second lap of the day. Everyone else is on their third runs, but Protsu is on his second. The man currently P2 will be having a crack at it to see if he can take pole. He was in P on his first lap, but this time around looks like he's not gonna have any sort of concerns about traffic. Let's see if Protsu has that speed to go quickest. To the left of 2 and carrying much speed on the exit. Didn't look too hesitant there, so that's good news. We'll see his first sector split in a few seconds. Can he improve in sector 1? Protsuk actually has lost so much time. My goodness.
Yeah. Over
Looks like
6 tenths.
a little bit of hesitancy on the exit of 2 may have cost him a lot more than I feared. It looks like Protsuk's lap, even though he didn't have traffic this time around, it's not going to be it.
Yep.
We still got 3 cars in the pits, meanwhile, those being Zorbach, Burns, and Waldinger. We'll be expecting at least 2 of them to come out on track soon enough. Approaching the second sector split, he's even further down.
Yep, it looks like he's going to stay in second for now at the moment, is Ruslan Protsuk.
Yeah, I don't know what's happened to the balance of that car, but it looks so much slower than it did on his previous lap.
Yeah.
Either way, these guys still have time to fix it. The remaining 14 minutes and 20 seconds. So yeah, Protsuk will finish his lap. Obviously, he didn't improve. 2 seconds down on the leader. Bennett looks like he's being impeded by his own teammate Graf. That's not good tactics from the Trident team, as their Welsh driver will cross the line now. He didn't improve, no surprise there. And that could ruin Graf's lap if he overtakes him.
Yeah.
Watts up against his lap, as does Adventure and Fashray behind. Anderson next to cross the line. He's lost so much time on his lap, man.
Kirby didn't improve.
Either. McCarthy starts his lap, Skillen next. He's impeding one of the accomplices. And Zorbach is the only car in the pit. No improvement.
No, it's Tomaselli.
So he starts his lap. Patel doesn't improve. Galloway does. 15th place for him, but I think he stays where he was actually. Galloway didn't improve, but Curtis good. Lamar took pole here last year.
Does
4th place. Good effort there from the Irishman. Up next is Gabriel Quintino. Where is he going to place himself? The Brazilian, currently down in last. Can he get out of that dreaded position? Well, yes, he can. Up to the 12th place. Good effort.
He set the exact same time as Watterson.
Yeah, good that you noticed. Watterson was a little bit of an unsung hero in Germany. He sit quietly, just did his own thing, managed his own race, and he ended up on the podium. So I'm sure he was pretty happy with that. And now Watterson is down in P11 at the same time as Quintino, but the session is far from over, as Protsuk is coming into the pits.
Yeah.
Sarah, what do you think of Watterson's drive in Germany? Because it did go unnoticed somewhat.
It was a good drive from him to get on the podium, actually. But yeah, let's see what he could do later on in the season.
Graf, his lap was compromised, got overtaken by his teammate after all, and started his lap. And Watzel didn't improve either. It's weird to see people being so far off the pace as either Fastray. He improves by only 1/100th of a second, so not enough to gain a position. What about Chuck McCarthy? Looks like he's down as well, 3/10 off the pace. Of his pace, I should say. Is there anyone else left on run right now? Yes, Tomaselli, he didn't improve. Lost time in the first sector, even though he was green as 2. But that ain't gonna be good news for him. Wallinger's half-second up on his personal best through sector 2. That's gonna name a few places. Where do you think he's gonna end up, Rahul? Because I think he might have a shot at getting in the top 10. Let's see.
Yeah, there is a chance. But it depends how much time he loses in the final sector.
He could squeeze himself right around in his Graf. We'll see where he ends up.
Yeah, he does.
In front of Graf, actually. So I was right when I told you he was getting in the top 10. It was a good lap for Waldinger.
Yeah.
Left Anderson alone at the back, I guess. As Kyle Burns finishes alone, 11 for him. Yeah, good effort. Next to cross the line is going to be no one on the flying lap, as it would appear for the moment. But we're still waiting. We actually don't have so many cars out on track at the minute, so looks like that might be the case after all. And yeah, both these guys are coming into the pits of Adventure and Watzel, that is. And yeah, looks like Kalivich is still being unfeathered there at the top. He's doing a nice job.
Yeah, indeed.
Adventure finally coming into the box. Prusik is out again for his third run. He's gone out early, as has Nicholas Zorbach. This is Zorbach's third run as well. He didn't go out on the previous run. So both him and Prusik, no matter what happens, they will have another run left after this. But for everyone else who goes out in this run, it will be their last outing. Let's not forget. We got 10.5 minutes, so there's plenty of time for even 2 rounds, not just the one. But yeah, Zorbach and Protsyuk are at the moment the only ones who have that 4th run start for later. Of course, one other driver should be staying in the pits this time around on this run, but we don't know who that is yet, so yeah.
Yeah, indeed.
What do you think of Zorbach's session so far, Rahul? Obviously, it has to be a little bit disappointing, but he's got 2 more chances to rectify this and improve on his position. And it's up to him to see if he can take those chances, and I think he can. I think he will be able to improve on this lap if he remains in clean air. We have some movement in the pits. Hopefully it won't ruin Zorbach. And yeah, looks like we got a car going out right now. I'm not sure who that is. Either way, Zorbach is not going to be beat by him. Looks like we got some more movement right about now, but that's no biggie because Zorbach will be clear of these guys. He's on his flyer, and he's not going to be disturbed by traffic. As he goes into one, ooh, he missed the apex there a little bit, I think.
Yeah. Let's see what you could do.
Yeah, into 2. Very slow and hesitant line. Probably focusing on the exit. Getting all the exit speed he needs. Now Zorbach, he'll be up the hill towards turn 4. Can he gain in the first sector? It's a little doubtful. He's only 2 thousandths down, so that's not a bad job. He can definitely gain in S2 and 3. But Zorbach, watch this pace because he should be able to improve on his lap if he can find just a little bit extra pace. As he goes through the chicane, not cutting there, not taking too much curb either. Now through the right, cautious as he went up the throttle, up the gears. As now Zorbach into turn 11, carry as much speed as he can. Beautiful line there for Nicholas Zorbach. He is up by 2/10 on his personal best. That could put him around 11th or maybe 10th. We'll have to see what he's done in sector 3. Looked a little bit hesitant on the extra of 12 there. I hope it didn't cost him too much time. As he'll now be approaching turn 14 to round off his lap. His penultimate flyer of the day. Nicholas Zorbach should be able to improve, but how much will he improve? Where can the German place himself as he crosses the line? He actually lost time in the last sector. Man, that error. He lost half a second in the last sector. That error on the extra of 12 was much more devastating than we thought, as Prusik will finish his lap without improving.
Yeah, he got held up.
This is Anderson's last lap, let's not forget. His last chance to improve, and he is improving at the minute. Burns and Fastray are still in the pits. One of them will go out, the other won't. We'll see who that is later. Actually, we'll see right now because Burns has gone out, which means Fastray stayed in the pits and go out for his 4th run later. But now Thomas Anderson will finish his 4th run. He goes up to 15th. Checkered flag next to his name. His session is over. All 4 rounds were complete. They will be the same for Gabriel Quintino as he's crossing the line behind Kalevich, who is impeding him, or is that Waterston? Can't tell for sure, but either way, Quintino didn't improve. He has the same lap as Waterston. Still, Corby next across the line didn't improve. Aaron Curtis is next. His last shot at pole. Can he make the 2 poles in Hungary? Here comes Aaron Curtis across the line. There's Kalevich behind. Curtis improves, but now in position, only on lap time.
Yeah.
Kalevich didn't improve, so operational pole, man, won't be improving on his efforts. As now, Max Killen is next, currently in P5. Doesn't look like he can get in front of Curtis because he's red at the minute, and he stays red. He'll be starting 5th or lower on the grid tomorrow. Tomas Pascual is next, and the Portuguese man is currently up in 3rd. Great effort for him, but could he make it on the front row? Let's see, and the answer is no. Missed out on improvement by about half a tenth or so.
Adventure doesn't improve. Galloway doesn't improve.
Griffiths could done an improvement here, but he lost time in the last sector.
Yep,
so no improvement from the Welshman. Rahul Patel is up next. He's going down in P15. 16, I'm sorry. He needs to do better on this lap, but unfortunately he can't. He'll be starting 16 for lower tomorrow. And Wassel will be next across the line. P6 at the minute. Could he get in front of Skillen or not? And looks like he won't.
He won't be able to be ahead of Skillen, unfortunately.
Waterstone has the same time as Quintino. Will that remain the case? Waterstone will start in front of him either way. And yes, it will remain the case because he didn't improve and neither did Graf. Tomaselli is up 3/10 almost in the second sector. So Lorenzo Tomaselli appears to be on a good lap. As long as he doesn't scrub off too much time in the last sector, he could be gaining. Maybe get himself in the top 8 as it stands. That would be good for Tomaselli, but he needs to carry this momentum into the last sector. It's a good line out of the last corner, focusing a lot on exit speed. And Tomaselli to finish his session 5th! Great effort there. He's getting even more in the last sector. McCarthy was red in sector 2, has improved all the way up into 11th in sector 3. Big effort there. Wallinger stays where he is. No improvement from the Hungarian. It's a speed 12. But I want to see again McCarthy's last sector, man, because he gained a lot. Can we replay it, Flo? Yeah, we're going to be going at Sean McCarthy. I dare say that could be a contender for fastest sector of the session if he was actually in the... Yeah, he was in the red, you see. He was red after sector 2, but this sector 3 was incredibly quick. How much did he gain? Like over half second? It was 6/10 down on Kalevich after second sector. This was a damn quick effort from McCarthy, I gotta say, man. I didn't think he was gonna improve after I saw red in sector 2. McCarthy somehow salvaged so much in S3 here, man. Let's see again. Yeah, he matched Kalevich in the last sector. That's a mighty effort. He gained 6/10 almost. You know, in one sector on his previous personal best. That's insane, man. As Cal Burns will cross the line next. Great effort there from McCarthy against some of the top 11. But that didn't last long because Burns again, he gained so much in the last sector. Go up into 3rd. Can we take how far down was Burns in sector 2? I need to see because he was in the red and he gained again. You gotta take a look there, man. What'd you think of this, Rahul? Yeah, you see, he was 300 down in the second sector on his personal best. And in sector 3, he gained so much time, man. Almost half a second. That's absurd.
Yeah, we gained a lot of time. Well.
So it's not just McCarthy who did it, but also Kyle Burns. And that could give Burns a start on the second row. Just depends what the guys behind him will do. Zorbach is out on track for his last run. Isaac Fastray will be going out soon enough as well. Yes, he's gonna right now. All 3 of the remaining drivers, as being Protyuk, Zorbach, and Fastray, are out on track. They have their 4th runs stored away. They had their 4th run stored away for later. And now is that later. These guys are on their final laps. And they should have clean air. No doubt about that. It'll be their last chances to improve. Protyuk, we know he had a quick lap in the first lap, even though he was little impeded. So if Protyuk has any more remaining outstanding pace, now will be his chance to unleash it as his quest for pole will resume. But don't rule out Zorbach or Fastray. You don't know how much pace these guys might find in the bag. And if Kyle Burns and Sean McCarthy's incredible last sectors are anything to go by, these guys can find a lot of pace, man. What'd you say?
Yeah, indeed. See what they
Where
could
on
do.
track is Pratsuk, I want to know. Because looking on the minimap, you can see he's behind Zorbak. And yeah, he is the car right behind him. Fastray is a little further down the road. Anyway, Nicholas Zorbak will start his last flyer, last flying lap of the day. And Rahul, go ahead.
Yep, Zoberg starts his lap, his final lap. He's in 19th at the moment. Let's see what he can do from on this lap. Goes into turn one. Doing it well, and now gonna get into turn two right now.
He looked a lot more confident this time around than on the last lap. It should be good
Yeah.
for Zorbak.
A lot more confident there. Let's see what he can do in the first sector split.
He is up by 6/100ths to a second. But sectors 2 and 3 are the big movers. That's where he'll gain the most time. He just needs to keep it up. If he keeps pushing, who knows how many places he'll be able to find.
Let's see what he can do in the middle sector.
For 10, and now it's the fast 11. Good exit there, good line. He's up 2/10. Zorbak is up 2/10. And if he can pull off that miraculous third sector we've seen from McCarthy and Burns, where will this leave Nicholas Zorbak? It could be very entertaining yet. We got 2 minutes left in this session, but virtually a lot less because the last drivers are on their final laps right now. And Nicholas Zorbak will end his last lap right now. And this session, how much is the German going to improve? Let's see as Zorbak crosses the line. 19th only, he lost time in sector 3, man. He didn't improve on position, only on lap time. Protsuk will be next. It's his last shot to take pole, and can he take it? No.
Lost a lot of time.
So did Fashray look. He doesn't improve either, and that means Radek Vukalevich, for the second time this season, and for the second time in his GP2 career, is on pole position. The man took pole in Azerbaijan, now he's taking pole in Hungary, and is that rain?
Yep, it seems it is. I don't know why how's this happened, but yeah, the rain has come.
Yeah, indeed. A little strange, but the session is over now, and yeah. Kalevich and Curtis both took their second pole.
Just wondering how the hell did Protsuk and Galloway lose a lot of time, because they were like 1 second off their personal best.
You mean Fashray?
Yeah, for sure. Sorry.
Anyway, well, I guess that'll remain a secret. But anyway, it's slow down a little bit, Flo. Oh yeah, I can see Watterson and Quintino still at the same lap time. But yeah, it's Marko Kalevich on pole for the second time in this season and in his career. That'll be 4 points to his account, and that will move him up in the championship. I think 2 places, so that'll be good news for him. Wait, no, 2 places or just the 1 place? 2 places, because he'll be ahead of Adventure on comeback. Yeah, Ruslan Protsuk is in second place. Finally, he'll be hoping for some good luck after bad luck last couple of races, where he had bad luck for no fault of his own multiple times, be it failures or being crashed into. Kyle Burns is in third. Great effort from the American in front of Tomasz Pascual fourth. Aaron Curtis took pole here last season. Now he'll be in fifth. He'll be hoping not to get wiped out at the start this time around, and I'm sure he'll want that this time around. And yeah, let's see what Curtis can do tomorrow. He'll be hoping to avenge his disaster from last season as best as he can here in Hungary. Renzo Tomaselli is in P6, followed by Max Killen in 7th. And Watzel is in P8. Don't forget Watzel. Last season here in Hungary, he pulled off a great comeback. He came from 20th or 22nd on the grid, and he had a massive improvement. And he finished all the way up on the podium. So don't rule out Watzel. He's very good here. Jamie Griffiths is in P9, the championship leader, followed by Daniel Adventure, 1 place behind him in 11th, and 2 places behind him is Dudu Kirby, and Adventure is in 10th, not in 11th, because Kirby is in 11th, forgive me.
Yeah, we have Chuck McCarthy in 12th, Ben Valdinger 13th, Dennis Graff 14th, Joe Watson 15th, Trevor Quintino 16th, Thomas Anderson 17th. He has to hope for a better race from 17th. Same
and it's
for
not just
Rahul
him who
Patel.
have to hope that, yeah.
Yeah, in 18th, way down the field. Hopefully he can finish a race as well, and hopefully he can get points again. And also Nicholas Zorbak in 19th, losing too much time in the final sector, which cost him a chance to improve massively.
Yeah, unfortunately, he couldn't have a Kyle Burns type of sector, and ended up ruining his lap.
Yep. Thomas
And I
Bennett
still
in
don't know
20.
how. Wait, I like to interject for a second there.
Yeah,
I still don't know how Burns and McCarthy pulled off those sector times, man.
maybe they had better penultimate corners. That's why. And
Oh yeah,
also,
good
yep.
point.
Yeah, moving on. Thomas Bennett in 20th. Isaac Crusher in 21st, and Jake Goulet in 22nd.
Yep, that's right. Thank you, Rahul. And as you can see, wait a minute, is Kalevich the only driver? Yeah, Kalevich is the only driver to make it into the 125s. So I'm sure
Yep.
this pole would be super special. He's ended up 0.222 seconds in front of Protiuk. And he'll be hoping that, unlike in Baku, where his chances of the win were a little ruined by a slow pit stop, he'll be hoping this time around Kalevich can fight for the win.
Yeah.
But either way, that's been it from us today. Don't forget, we'll get the first episode of Team News tomorrow for the GP4 OC. Maybe some seats will get announced. I mean, some seats will definitely get announced, but who knows which. I think I might have a clue to what seat might be announced, but I'm not going to tell you. It's just my own personal opinion. If you want to know, you might ask me in private. I'm not going to say anything here in a public video. But yeah. But I can tell you this much: me being announced at Ferrari is not gonna happen tomorrow. If it's gonna happen at all, we'll just have to wait and see. But definitely not tomorrow. I think tomorrow will be some of the more obvious choices. But I'm not gonna talk anymore about that. We're gonna talk more about Kalevich, who is on pole, from Protic in second, and Burns in third. Both these guys have had bad seasons to this point. Well, Protic led the championship early on, but ever since then, his season has gone from bad to worse. And yeah,
Yeah.
all three of these guys will be hoping to revitalize their seasons with a great showing here in Hungary.
Yeah.
But yeah, until then, that's been it from me and from Rahul. Rahul won't be joining me tomorrow, I'm afraid. But we got someone else lined up, and it's someone I've never commented alongside before, so it should be entertaining. We'll just wait and see how it goes. Anyway, until then, fish, and and take care of yourselves, guys. And we'll see you again for the next one. Take care, guys. Take care, guys. Sorry, not buys. And bye bye.
Bye.